Oh, it was I was like 13.
Okay.
And it was, no, actually 14. And it was the 14, 15, somewhere around there. You know how you start getting old, years switch up.
Yeah.
But it was the last song for the album. And my manager, Wiggs was always the guy instilling like black history for me. Like different from when I was with the Guards, you know what I'm saying? He was on like Martin Luther King. He was more peaceful. You know what I'm saying? When I was with the Guards, it was more revolutionary. So, but he will always
He ate pork?
Yeah, he
ate pork? I felt like he ate pork.
Yeah,
he ate pork.
But this is what I'm saying. So it was just the Jews, and he was like, yo, you have to be the reporter. This is who you are. You have to show through your eyes. You know what I'm saying? So I said, all right, well, I'm going to write through my eyes. And that's what came out of it. And
because you wrote that as a 13-year-old? Yeah. Really?
And the line where I said, old man got shot in a parking lot in front of my building, I hang with his grandchildren.
Yeah,
it wasn't actually an old man and his grandchild. It was actually a dude by the name of Tom Reagan that I looked up to in my neighborhood. He was fly. And it's like a dude just shot him under the building, just like killed him. That was one of my early deaths. You know how when you're young, you start to see, and it always affected me because he was one of the dudes that had one of those smiles. You know, it seemed like everybody that goes has that smile, and then it's like he had that smile, and it was just like, I never forgot him. And when I was writing that, and I said, all right, this is what happens in my neighborhood.
All right. So was like, because we interviewed Jermaine Dupri, right? And it's something that I asked him, like, him working with child stars, is he could always get this money from Nickelodeon or Disney. Was that ever, was people ever say, yo, calm it down, because you're 13, by the time you're 18, you could be in Walt Disney.
Oh, man, it was many.
Telling you to relax, telling you to calm down?
No, just telling me to change my narrative, to be a little more clean, you know what I'm saying? To join Immature, because I did a record with Immature called The Lover's Groove, and they wanted me to join the group, and I was like,
they wanted you to join Immature?
Yeah, like to be the rapper.
I didn't catch that.
To be like the rapper, like, because we did the song, and he like, oh, it's dope. Like he adds.
I can't picture that. I couldn't either.
And I'm like, I'm not doing that. And it was a lot of money. But coming from the projects, this is what I love about coming from where I come from. It gives you this thing called. And it's like, yo, for my principles and my pride. It's like, this is who I am. I turned down movies because I wasn't going to kick over a garbage can. Because I know if I came back to the project, they're going to kill me. Oh, this nigga was kicking over the garbage cans in the project. I couldn't have lived, you know what I'm saying? So I based everything off of what I thought that the people from my neighborhood would think of me.
That was a plus or minus?
Yeah,
it's a both. It's a minus too, because that's not real life. You should live your real life and not what people think. But as a kid, you're only influenced by what you see and what you hear. So in my book bag for a long time, I carried everybody else's shit, everybody else's thoughts, shit that I accumulated, and
that's deep.
And then it was too when it burst and it was over and everybody went to their real lives, I was still stuck in a maze, like, oh shit, it ain't no real industry? It ain't no, these niggas really don't love me? Oh shit, this was business. Oh yeah, sorry kid, this was business. I'm not like really your lawyer. I ain't coming to court to help you with this. You're facing 30 years, I'm not gonna help you, kid. You got the budget? Call somebody. They're not, what? And then reality hits you like, oh shit. The first offer I got was to be in the Friday movie, to be in Fridays as the little kid Chris kicking over the garbage cans. And I was like, I ain't doing that.
Wait, that's what you meant by you going to, So when you said kicking over the garbage can, you talking about Friday?
Yeah, they wanted me to kick.
What's wrong? What are you talking about? They told you not to do it?
No, I didn't want to do it.
Oh, you didn't?
Because think about it, right? During that time, right, we talking early 90s. You would have killed
Chris in the garbage can. Oh, that would have been legend.
This is the early 90s. You was kind of sell out. Like, at that time, it was like, yo, you got in a movie, you was a sellout, right? Hold on. I remember even the Clan, and this is no disrespect to anybody, but I remember there was a time, right, because I hung with Kane a lot. And Kane, man, that's my heart, right? And he would always give me these jewels, like never sell your publishing, do this, and he said, yo, you need to take your career to do movies and things like that. And I would come back home around they're trying to make you a sellout, so and I'm like, oh, and then so I'm like, nah. My mind was like, I don't want to be a sellout. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm hip hop all the way.
That was that era. Being on the radio was so.
That was too much. You made it to the radio. You was done. You radio. You ain't Barbito and Stretch. You made it to the radio. Oh, this nigga's a dub. You be in a party, nigga be like, nah, he don't rep us no more. It wasn't to commercials and things of money like that. And people said, forget all this. Forget sticking true to the culture. I'm going to get the bag. And if I got to do a flip in the Sprite commercial, that's what they did, and it sells everybody out at the end of the day.
But wait, was the Friday thing before the TLC video?
Yeah, it was before because it's the same director. So when that ain't happened for that, he called me back. He said, all right, it's not acting. It's just being in the video, and all you're doing is being yourself. He said, I said, what is it for? He said, TLC. I was like, oh shit, TLC, hell yeah, I'm on that. And it was just to be in a video. I didn't think of it as acting. I didn't think of it as acting. I just thought of it as being in a video.
But Friday, did you know that Ice Cube was attached to that?
I didn't really care. Okay, you know what I mean? I didn't care because for me, what meant the world was coming to a party and Rakim giving you a dap or Chuck D telling me that I'm the bridge, and it's like, no, I'm not, man. Listen, I want to be accepted. You know what I'm saying? On the block, I don't really care about that other thing. You know what I mean? So that's why. But then when he said the video, I said, all right, I'm not acting. I'm not really. So I did that. And then the next call I got was by Fred Williamson for Original Gangsters.
Original Gangsters.
And this is one of the things when I can say this: if people want you, they gonna find you. I don't care if you under a rock and nothing. So all that, you need to be politic and have this one number. That's bullshit. When if you got interest and people see value in you, they gonna find you. So that's what happened. My phone rang one day. It's an old man by the name of Fred Williamson, the Hammer. Now, people who know who the Hammer is, they know. Me, I didn't know. So I'm like, who? Yeah, it's the Hammer. So I'm like, can't touch this? He like, nah. He like, no, this is Fred Williamson. He said, I said, okay, well, what's up? He like, I want you in the movie. And I'm like, I don't really. Ask your mama who the Fred Williamson is. I said, all right. I'm like, yo, you know some dude on the phone talking about Fred Williamson. There was old Jim Brown in them. Everybody, man, they done jumped up. My uncles, you doing that. You doing that. I don't care about all that shit you doing. You know what they did for black people in movie and films and everything? You're gonna go and be in this film. I got an uncle, God bless his soul, named Chico, my Uncle Charlie. And he was like, when he said you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. You're going on, you're doing it. And that's how I got an original.
God damn it, make some noise. In Too Deep.
In Too Deep.
You did Original
Gangsters.
In Too Deep.
In Too Deep. What is this story they're telling you this story about? Because from our research, this story is actually about Queens dudes who went out of town. That's why they kept using the God. And that was like...
Yeah, but then they said it was about some people in Ohio or Cincinnati, some things like that. I don't know, because I really wasn't, at that time, I didn't care what it was about. Or it was like, what's these lines and the checks there? All right, let's go. But it was a fun set, man. It was a fun set. The
soundtrack
it was big because it was 3 people from my neighborhood actually in that same movie. You had me, Hassan, who played Weebay, and you had Gano Grills. We was all from the same neighborhood. So it was a big thing to have 3 of us from the same neighborhood in one movie alongside LL Cool J and Omar Epps and Sticky Fingers, and to be in the trailers rapping with LL, Sticky, and Omar Epps, because Omar is nice too. And we was this times people can't pay for that.
So was you mad when Kanye said we was in too deep like Mekhi Phife?
No, I didn't. I said, what the hell is he talking about? That's not even a movie. He wasn't even in Too Deep. That's what I thought, but then I was saying, well, maybe he's in too deep in something else.
That's deeper than rap.
I don't know, but I know it wasn't the movie. What he was in too deep? I don't know.
Those are drunk
but
facts,
it wasn't the movie. I mean,
that's what Kanye said. That sober.
I'm in too deep.
I'm trying to give him an out, bro.
I mean, well, we don't know what he was meaning in too deep. He could have been in too deep.
You can't know what Kanye's meaning
he
at all.
Been in too deep.
You can't know what Kanye's ever meaning.
Let's just be clear. We all rap. Come on. We rappers and DJs here. When you say I'm in too deep, like Mekhi Phife.
He might have meant something else, though. No, like he said, he might have meant something else.
It wasn't the movie, because we know that. We can scratch the movie out. Because Mekhi Phifer
What was he deep in?
Unless he thought he wasn't. Unless he thought Mekhi Phifer is Mekhi Phifer then. That's the only way.
He thought Mekhi Phifer was Omar Epps.
He thought Omar Epps.
Yeah. So that's why he used, that had to be.
That's Ghostwriter shit, right?
No, what are you talking about,
I'm
man?
asking.
It might could be because if you don't know, somebody else. Somebody don't know. I don't know if it's a writer or whoever it was, but whoever don't know.
If you wrote that line and you saw the movie, it's no way.
You didn't see the movie.
You didn't
see the movie. If you thought of the movie and wrote that line, you didn't watch the movie.
Yeah.
He could have Googled that shit and got it right.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, when I heard that, I was like, into deep, and I said it too, and I was like, hold on, was he even? Or it might have been a spin. Maybe he's just that creative. He said, oh, I'm gonna say Makai Pfeiffer.
He's good.
Up to make them pay. Say, wait a minute, it's not Makai Pfeiffer.
Or maybe he said, in 10 years, Drink Champs will talk about this, and then I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna take a shot. This was shot. He tried to clean it up. He tried to clean it up.
But wasn't y'all in the soundtrack for that movie?
I was in the soundtrack. With
Capone Noriega,
right? With the locks.
With the Nas?
Locks. Oh. You gotta relax.